What's up, everyone that decided to click this link? I'm Glob the Builder on Instagram mainly. I'm only making this video for a friend because he's just now getting into building, and I'd like to throw a couple pointers his way considering I'm not really in direct contact with him. But anyways, this is just a quick simple video about how to do a freehand Clapton without a swivel. Not really a fan of swivels. I prefer the feel, the grit on my fingers. But that said, let's get going. So for this Clapton, you're basically just going to need, doesn't have to be this specific of gauges. You could have 28 and 32 for all I care, but as long as it's somewhat smaller than the initial gauge that you're using. This core wire right here, this 26 gauge, I'm going to be using KB Vapes wire with kidney puncher 36 gauge. Stainless steel, stainless steel. It's just what I prefer. Anyways, so this is almost all you're going to need to know. This is all it is. Pinch. All you're going to need to be doing. It may sound simple, may sound dumb, but that's almost all there is to it, which I will be showing now. Alright, so to begin, we need those wires, pliers, and I guess wire snips, but I don't really. So you're gonna have to begin with taking your core wire, we'll say about this long is good. I'm just using the wire snips of my pliers. You can use custom ones. Mine, basically out of commission. Takes about that much force to get them open. About the same amount to get them closed. Don't even worry about it. Anyways. So you're going to need that little strip of whatever core wire you just took. Bend a little hook. It's hard to see. Just want a little hook right there so you can fit it in your drill. You want to take the drill, fit it inside of that chuck. Getting it nice and centered with the first, straightening it out of it. It's not really necessary. It'll want to go where it wants to go. You can adjust it when you need to make your Clapton. What I did right there is just straightening it out by twisting it. Very simple, self-explanatory. Looks like I haven't gotten too far from the center, so I think we're getting a Clapton just like that. I feed it from the spool directly by setting it on my lap, which you can't really see right now, but fits in a little notch right on the side of my leg and doesn't really go anywhere. So you could snip off the amount of wire you want to Clapton or do something different like that. Just want to tie it off on that little hook that we made before to fit it inside of the chuck. Here, I'll show you. Right there. See that little lead sticking out? Just wrapped it right on there. So now that you got it good, you want to pinch at a kind of an angle. You don't want to be just pinching. You want to straighten out your finger and at an angle pinch. I'll show you up close. Right about here. You want your pointer finger to be about somewhat straight with it, parallel. You want to get just a couple wraps, just get it secured on there first. Looks about good. And once you got that nice and pretty, just want to do that little pinching method. It'll come very natural, trust me. And then once you're ready to blast, you just go right at it and try to keep about as much pressure as you can without snapping the wire. Let's see, that's about good. You can shoot for duals when making this length, but this is just for example, so I don't really feel a need to. Just gotta fit the wire back on its spool. Take a little snip. And you can see right there, probably not gonna focus, never does. Got a nice little Clapton strip right here. And I guess it's just my own personal way of keeping it tight together. I like to take the end of it, take my pliers right where the Clapton ends, right about there. Just fold it over a little bit. Once that's folded just about enough, pinch it together with the pliers, just so that the Clapton doesn't move around and get all over the place. Gonna do the same thing for the other side, but I'm gonna pull down on the Clapton as I'm doing this, so that it doesn't want to go anywhere when I wrap it, because Claptons are very springy and will want to get off your core wire as much as possible. They do not like to cooperate. Here's our little strip of Clapton right here. We're just gonna find a precision bit to work with. It's a 3mm, about. I really don't know. Just want to hold your finger right here on the other side and push down with your thumb while holding it together. Again, pardon me if this is god-awful. This is my first time doing this, and again, just for a friend. Just want to wrap it all up. And we have a wrapped Clapton right there. Getting all those spaces out of the wraps, you just hold it together and pull on it pretty tight. Then you just want to take your pliers, take one of the leads and make it even with the other, unless you're using a velocity style deck, which really negates all that. But now that you're done wrapping the Clapton, you don't need those little hooks that you made before to keep it tight. Snip off the leads. And we're looking good. Got a nice little Clapton right there. 26 gauge, 36 gauge. It's very nice. I won't be installing this, considering it's just a tutorial on how to make the wire itself, but this was a Clapton wire tutorial with freehand. I hate swivels, don't fuck with them, so hope you enjoyed. Hope you may have learned a thing or two. Thank you.